And our first main topic today gets submitted to us by Kevin Yu, who writes, when Michael, I always mispronounce his name, DiMartino and Bryan Konietzko, I told you I was going to mispronounce him, the creators of Avatar the Last Airbender left the Netflix live action adaptation. They said that they still have plans for the Avatar universe. Now, Nickelodeon is launching Avatar Studio, a studio co-run by Michael and Bryan to create new Avatar content to expand the Avatar universe for Paramount Plus and Nickelodeon. Told you Paramount Plus is making moves. For Paramount Plus and Nickelodeon with an animated theatrical film that is set to start production later this year. What are your thoughts on this development? Personally, I am very excited to see this. All right, thanks a lot for sending that in, Kevin. And yeah, listen. I was late to the Avatar party. I mean, I actually saw Avatar the Last Airbender, the M. Night Shyamalan movie, before I saw the actual animated series. And even then I knew the movie was garbage. But I then, finally said, you know what? So many people talking about Avatar. I'm going to finally sit down and watch Avatar the Last Airbender. And I watched it and I was delightfully surprised by it. It's really charming. The first number of episodes are very much, this is a show for children.
Okay.
But then the themes start to come into play and you realize, oh, actually there's some deeper, more mature themes in here too. And Avatar the Last Airbender is just delightful. I really enjoyed it a lot. I tried the follow-up series, Legend of Korra, which was the sequel series that happens like 80 years after the events of Avatar the Last Airbender. Couldn't really get into Korra, Legend of Korra, as much. It wasn't terrible, but whatever. But Avatar was really interesting. And now it looks like we're going to get ourselves an Avatar movie. This comes to us from the folks over at Screen Rant who write, during Viacom CBS's virtual presentation for the upcoming streaming service Paramount Plus, it was announced that a new Avatar, The Last Airbender animated movie is in development. The movie comes from the newly launched Avatar Studios, which is a division of Nickelodeon designed to create more content in the popular world of Avatar. DiMartino and are co-chief creative officers and will oversee the development of the animated Avatar, The Last Airbender movie. So there you go. And honestly, even if I had never seen the Avatar show, my main question is, why is it taking this long to do this? This is a very popular IP among a certain demographic that really, really like this show and the mythology and the world it takes place in. I don't know why they didn't get moving on this sooner. I don't know if there are rights issues or all that kind of stuff, but this to me seems like a no-brainer. It absolutely seems to me like a no-brainer. And so I think this is probably something they're going to move on fairly quickly and probably have a lot of success with. Now, the big question I think a lot of people are going to have is, okay, are we going to stick with the story of Aang, who is the Avatar in the first one? Of course, the very next Avatar is Korra. So is it going to be a Korra thing? Is it going to be something that takes place in the adult life of Aang? Will it be about avatars prior to Aang? I mean, I don't know. They weren't very specific, but it'll be interesting to see where they go. But to me, this is a really good idea, and I think it's going to have a lot of success. Anyway, Aaron, you hear about this. Paramount Plus making some big moves. We just talked about they're developing a G.I. Joe live action series. They got some other things we'll talk about in a little bit. They're doing this Avatar thing, which is a good move for them. What do you think about this move?
Well, I love the fact that they're kind of doing an info dump. I said dump.
Yeah.
They're doing it all at once where they're letting people know, boom, we are here. We are ready to play the game. We are going to be part of the conversation. When you're talking about the streaming wars, you 100% will be talking about Paramount Plus. That's what they really want, is they want for us to, as we've already done in the 34 minutes that we've been live, they want us to be saying Paramount Plus multiple times and talking about different properties. So first of all, good on them. Maybe the Netflix marketing department can take a cue from that as far as getting the word out there. But also, there was some kind of conflict or drama, and forgive my ignorance on this. I know that we talked about it, one of the episodes that I was on, some of the creators that were involved in one of the Avatar pieces.
What was going on was that there was a live action series that's happening over at Netflix.
Right.
And these two guys were going to be connected to it. And then I guess there was never really 100% clarity about what the fallout was.
Creative differences.
Something like that. So they ended up departing the series, and
now they're doing this.
And now they're doing this. Yes.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. So maybe that is the answer to your question of why did it take so long? Because they were, I believe, involved for a certain period of time with the live action, like you were just saying, and then now that they're no longer involved in that, they go, okay, well, you know what? We're not just gonna let this go. We still have stories to tell. We still have something that we have to offer in this world. So let's go off in this corner and do this project, which, could then create a conflict, or not a conflict, but a question of sort of who did it better.
Yes.
I mean, I think that this is just a continuation of the very exciting, from our perspective as viewers, conflict between these two, which is going to be who's going to be making a better Avatar property, and who gets to win from that. We all do, because they're just going to be trying to outdo each other. So I'm excited. But this is a feature.
Yes, this one, but it's going to be more than that.
But it's in the world. This is
they're building, and they said they're building an entire studio for Avatar, just Avatar Studio. It's going to start with this feature film, then they're going to do more.
And did they say anything about doing any more animated series?
I assume that's part of it. When they said they created an entire studio, so I think we're going to probably see series, we're going to see movies, we're going to have an ACU. We're going to have an Avatar Cinematic Universe.
And if you're not already on the Avatar train, you better jump on board, because in about a couple of years, there's going to be so much you're going to have to catch up. It's going to be like trying to watch Game of Thrones from the beginning.
Anyway, question is, guys, what do you think? I think this is a really good move on their part. What do you guys think? Jump on down into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. All right, guys.